Hello there, I'm Dane Lemaitre, I'm working on the review, and in this review you'll see I picked up another item in the Thomas Tank Engine Bachmann range. This time it's Bachmann Oliver. I've got this from TootallyThomas, where I've got quite a few things from over the years, as you've probably seen in my other videos. Anyway, so this is Bachmann Oliver, and Oliver's actually my middle name as well. So quite a sentimental one really, so I felt like I had to get it. I also got Bachmann Toad as well, Toad's Oliver's brake van. Again, I sort of felt I had to get it because, you know, it's like Bill without Ben, Donald without Douglas, Harry without Bert. You know, they're like, you know, they need to be together all the time. Anyway, please enjoy the rest of the review. So here you can see I've got the Bachmann Oliver. I really like Bachmann Oliver. If you look all the way around, the detail's all there. Model's absolutely superb. Straight away I can tell you that if I had to give this model a score, I'd happily give it a 10 out of 10. I've had a few people ask me, do I prefer the Bachmann Oliver or do I prefer the Hornby Oliver? As you know, I have the Hornby Oliver in the Thomas Tank Engine range already. It has become very rare and very hard to get now, so is his brake van Toad. However, I like both models for different reasons really, because they both look like what they look like in the TV series. The Hornby model of Oliver looks more like what Oliver looked like in the model series of the show, whereas this one is more of a representation of what Oliver looked like in the CGI series of the show. Also, when Oliver came back into the CGI series, he was more based upon what he looked like in the Railway series, and you can probably tell by the black running board, and just like I said in general, the detail all the way around. Also, when Oliver came back into the CGI series, he also gained a headlamp on his front, as you can see here. And again, he also gained one on his back. Again, that's clearly shown here. And also he's got the other lamp irons. And also, this one is just slightly better in a way, because as you can see, you've got them bars there, you've got the headlamp there, which looks very fragile. However, it's not actually that fragile. You know, it's actually very secure. Whereas on the Hornby one, it wasn't that fragile. And I mean, going on to the packaging, it says this is suitable for ages 8+, which I think is very realistic. But like I said, I don't think this one's as fragile as the Hornby one. We'll move on to the packaging for this item now. The packaging I think is really, really good. So there you can see Oliver. So again, unlike Oliver's Hornby packaging, I don't think the Bachmann one's as good because it's not in polystyrene. It's not sort of as well protected. I mean, a lot of the newer ones in the Hornby range now come in plastic as well. They're not protected in polystyrene. But I think it's better in polystyrene because it means it's a bit more protected. And then my dad's helped me by cutting around it, so you can just sort of take it apart, and then you can pull Oliver out, as you can see there. Then on the back, it shows you all the other ones you can buy. Amazingly as well, it even says Rosie. Rosie's not actually been released yet. And I mean, Oliver has also taken a long time to be released. They've also only just released Winston as well. I saw Winston at the weekend just gone when I was at the Nen Valley Railway. When I was there, I saw Tornado. Again, you can see that video on my channel. But yeah, again, it says about Oliver's moving eyes. You say Oliver did take a long time to come out, and also we're waiting for Rheneas as well. But nevertheless, you know, I'm sure they'll come out when they come out, sort of thing. You know, just got to be patient, really. And again, it says ages 8+ on the box, which I think is fairly realistic. And although it took a long time, I think it was certainly worth the wait for this model. It is a very good model overall. Also, another thing, again, with it being a Bachmann, is that Oliver's eyes move from side to side. But like I said, yeah, you can see really nice detail all the way around. And if you look underneath, you probably might not be able to see it as well as I can. But the plastic there is actually different. The rest on his body, it's quite sort of smooth, and it says that it was made in 2017, which was this year. obviously it was released this year. So like I said, yeah, I think it's a really good model. It runs really, really well indeed. I've had a little bit of a test. Despite the fact that Oliver was absent in the TV series for a long time before returning, he did make numerous appearances in the magazine stories, so he was never really forgotten, I think it's fair to say. And again, going back to the models, like I said, it's really hard to distinguish between Hornby and Bachmann because I think they're both really good. And a lot of people say they prefer the Bachmann range to the Hornby range. People prefer the Hornby range to the Bachmann range. Again, I think it all depends on which model you're getting because there are some models that Hornby have made that I think are really, really good and are better than Bachmann or better than what Bachmann has produced. And I mean, I think it's fair to say that with Hornby, some of their models, like bigger engines like Edward and Gordon, were more based upon what the models looked like in the Railway series, whereas Bachmann's more the TV series sort of thing. And then obviously as it's grown on, it's got more into the CGI series of the show. And also, I mean, with Bachmann as well, and Hornby, there are other characters like, I don't know, say Arthur and Neville, for example, that they have the tooling for, that they could easily make if they wanted to, or however they haven't. But then again, Hornby have surprised us by making other characters, that Bachmann haven't made yet. So it's sort of hard to say, really. But like I said, overall, I'm really happy with the model, and I definitely recommend that you buy it if you haven't got it already. If you've got any questions you'd like to ask, please comment below. But yeah, like I said, this is definitely one of my more favourite models in the Bachmann range. It hasn't been out for very long, and I've seen lots of other people have made reviews as well. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.